A freelancer once told me she did not bother forming anything. She just started taking clients. Then a project went sideways. A client threatened to sue, and she realized her personal savings and even her car were fully exposed. That is the hidden gap between being a sole proprietor and forming an LLC, and most beginners do not understand it until it is too late. Today, we are settling the most common question new founders ask. Should you stay a sole proprietor or form an LLC? We will cover what each one actually is, the real differences in liability, taxes, cost, and paperwork, and how to decide. I am walking you through this with founder filing, and a quick note up front. This is general education, not legal or tax advice. Here is the surprise for a lot of people. If you start doing business by yourself and never file anything, you are automatically a sole proprietor. You do not sign up for it, it is simply the default. Sell freelance design, drive for a rideshare app, mow lawns for cash, and legally you already are a sole proprietorship. The upside is that it costs nothing and requires no formation paperwork. You report your business income right on your personal tax return using a form called Schedule C. It is the simplest possible way to operate. But that simplicity comes with a serious catch that we are about to unpack. An LLC, or limited liability company, is a legal business entity you create by filing formation documents with your state and paying a fee, usually somewhere between $50 and $500 depending on where you live. Once formed, the LLC is legally separate from you as a person. It can have one owner or many. The name tells you its main benefit, limited liability. The company, not you personally, generally stands behind the business's debts and legal obligations. In exchange for that protection, you take on a bit more responsibility. An annual report in many states, a separate business bank account, and keeping your business and personal finances cleanly apart. This is the heart of the decision. As a sole proprietor, there is no legal wall between you and your business. If the business is sued or cannot pay a debt, your personal assets, your bank account, your savings, potentially your home, can be on the line. An LLC creates that wall, often called the corporate veil or liability shield. If the company is sued, generally only the company's assets are exposed, not your personal ones. That protection is not absolute. You can lose it by mixing personal and business money, signing a personal guarantee, or acting fraudulently. But for anyone whose work carries real risk of a lawsuit or debt, that shield is the single biggest reason to form an LLC. Here is a point that confuses almost everyone, so listen closely. By default, a single-member LLC is taxed exactly the same as a sole proprietor. Both report on Schedule C, and both pay income tax and self-employment tax on the profit. Forming an LLC does not automatically lower your taxes. What an LLC does give you is options. Once your profit grows, an LLC can elect to be taxed as an S-corporation, which can reduce self-employment tax for the right business. A sole proprietor cannot make that election. So think of the LLC less as an instant tax cut and more as a flexible container that opens doors later as you earn more. Let us be honest about the trade-offs. A sole proprietorship is free to start and has almost no ongoing paperwork beyond your tax return. An LLC has an upfront state filing fee, and many states charge an annual or biennial fee to stay active, ranging from modest to, in a few states like California, several $100s a year. You will also want a separate business bank account and clean bookkeeping to keep your liability shield intact. None of this is difficult, but it is real. The question is whether the protection and flexibility are worth that modest cost and effort for where your business is right now. So which should you pick? Consider staying a sole proprietor if you're just testing an idea, earning very little, and doing low-risk work with almost no chance of a lawsuit. It lets you validate the business before spending anything. Lean toward an LLC if you have real personal assets to protect. Your work carries any liability risk. You are signing contracts, taking on clients, or you simply want to look more established and open a proper business bank account. Many founders start as a sole proprietor, and upgrade to an LLC once income and risk grow. There is no single right answer, which is exactly why a short conversation with a CPA or attorney about your specific situation is money well spent. Let us recap the essentials. A sole proprietorship is the free, automatic default, simple but with zero separation between you and the business, so your personal assets are exposed. An LLC costs a filing fee and adds light paperwork, but builds a liability shield and gives you tax flexibility as you grow. By default, both are taxed the same, so an LLC is about protection and options, not an instant tax break. Match your choice to your risk, your income, and your goals, and remember you can always upgrade later. This was educational only, not legal or tax advice, so confirm your path with a licensed professional. If this cleared things up, subscribe to Founder Filing for more plain English guides, and grab the free resources linked in the description.